Welcome. Today we're going to talk about finding percents with equations. You can solve a percent problem by writing and solving an equation. When you use a percent in an equation, you write it as a decimal. So 50%, you'd write 0.5. 75%, you'd write 0.75. You translate the problem from English into Mathish by using these clues. Is, from English, gets written as an equal sign. Of means you multiply. What becomes the variable. You can pick any variable, x or n. So we're going to take a look at the same problem 3 different ways to practice translating from English into Mathish using those words. In the first one, we're going to find the percent. In the second one, we'll be missing the part. And in the third, we'll be finding the whole. These are the 3 possibilities. So first, the percent. What percent of 40 is 6? Okay, the word what? Variable. Of, multiply. 40 we copy. Is means equals, and we write the 6. Now we have a one-step equation which we could solve. Second example, finding the part. What is 15% of 40? Okay, again the word what, we'll write our variable. This time is equals 15%, we'll write as the decimal point 15. Of is multiply, and again we copy 40. Finding the whole. 6 is 15% of what number? So we copy the 6. Is means equals. 15% is the decimal point 15 of times what number? The variable. Again, a one-step equation which we would then solve. So this was practice of just translating from English into Mathish. Now let's practice actually solving the problems. So write and solve this equation. What is 45.5% of 20? You can pause the video by hitting the space bar. Try this problem and then check back and see how you did. Okay, first of all, translating. What, the variable, is equals 45.5% would be 0.455 of times and 20. So in this case, we're just going to multiply 0.455 times 20, and that will be the answer. N equals 9.1. Next example, write and solve this equation. 380 is 125% of what number? Pause the video, try it, check back. So 380 is 125% of what numbers? Is means equals, 125% is 1.25 of his times. So to solve this one, we'll divide both sides by 1.25, right? This is a one-step equation, and we're going to solve by dividing. 1.25 divided by 1.25 equals 1, that's 1n, and it equals whatever the answer to this division problem is. We're going to have to move the decimal twice to the right, and divide, and we get 304. This method can sometimes lead to a wrong answer. For example, what percent is 12 of 8? It's actually bad grammar. So if we did it this way, we'd have n equals 12 times 8, or 96, which is not correct, because 12 is not 96% of 8, right? It's more than 8. It's more than 100%. It just doesn't make sense. So the wrong answer is due to a grammar problem. The question really should read, what percent of 8 is 12? There's one way to guarantee a correct answer, and that is to use our proportion method. If we did the proportion method on this, despite the fact that it has bad grammar, we'd have a what percent is 12 of 8, and we plug in the numbers, what percent? So x is the percent, the part is 12, and of the whole is 8. So there we can see that we have an improper fraction that's going to be greater than 100%. When we cross multiply, 100 times 12 equals 1200, and divided by 8, we get 150%. So the proportion method always works. If in doubt, you can use this method.